say something? Okay, there will be a discussion. It's tabled. We hit the right amount of signatures, but that doesn't mean we don't need more, because obviously it's a way to get your voice through. So I don't think, do you know what, Nat? I was quite surprised at the amount of signatures that we got, because when we started, my God, we were nothing. It was like our first little baby, and we were nothing. We had no followers, no influence whatsoever, and through sheer perseverance, we got it over 1,000, and I couldn't believe it. Signatures, they mean something, right?
Volume.
It's when you think, right, that I mean, what we at now, 1,600 and
47.
like, imagine like 1,647 people in a room. Like, that's so many people. Like, that, it doesn't sound like a lot, but it is on the grand scheme of things. We are not nearly as militant as they are, and I think that's part of our problem. Do you know what? I might be a bit dramatic, but I think we could pull off some female supremacy shit if we really wanted to. I mean, the community is strong. It really is. But it's very fragile. There's no reason why we cannot bring it back to us. But the one thing that they have that we don't is the militant aggression and propaganda. Because Pija had, I think it was Pija. It was you, Pija, wasn't it? The space about propaganda, and it might have been bookish. My brain, sorry. But propaganda is something, Nat, that we like very much, don't we? We love a bit of propaganda.
So much so they called us an AI psyop.
Oh,
Carry
yeah,
on.
the government psyop. We love a bit of propaganda, and it's hard. Actually, I'm interested, Nat, to see what you think. I think it's quite hard for women to be that kind of way inclined to think about propaganda and to be able to kind of practice it. To be good at propaganda the way that the trans community are, you have to be a tiny bit evil, I think.
If anybody could talk about propaganda, it's definitely the person that just stepped up. I don't know if he's going to say anything.
That's so creepy. It's like we were just talking about propaganda.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh, hellos.
Hellos. Hellos.
Okay, I will putting on my best fake Quebecois accent.
You got us right at the end. Good timing.
Right at the end? I got you from behind that?
You did. Ladies and gentlemen, you are speaking to the Tender for Law right now, Scott Duncan.
Hi. I have a PhD in gender faggot studies, so I felt that my input would be...
Sorry, I'm really sorry to do this and to be rude, but I'm just wondering, this guy that's just joined, he's reposted James Lindsay's tweet calling us dumb feminist hags.
Well, you are dumb feminist hags. Nothing's going to change that.
See, okay, this is what I mean. Like, what the fuck do we need to hear from him?
You can cry if you want. Okay.
No, I think
convince me you're not a dumb feminist hag.
In other words, I highly doubt you're a third-wave feminist that was running around with a in the United States.
I'm a bit confused now because I'm starstruck and also worried. So
I don't know why you're starstruck by a guy that has 151 followers on a dying platform who calls us dumb feminist hags.
Oh, it's all followers. Now, why don't you give these dumb feminists a little briefing as to who I am? I'll be back.
Have a good one.
Oh my God.
So, well, first, who's Scott Duncan? Scott Duncan is a name that if you just drop it in front of a court, you will find yourself in grave trouble because of what he's done here in Canada and across the world. His discourse is meant to trigger, because if you're easily triggered, then you won't be able to hand yourself in front of a court. He is a public perturber. He is talking about third wave liberal feminism that has brought us a few problems.
So look, I'm sorry, but he's also sharing Thomas Sowell quotes. Thomas Sowell is the leader of the National Socialist Network. He is a white supremacist Nazi. That's not rhetoric, that is actuality. Why on earth would you allow a man like that to speak to women in a space like this in the way he just spoke to us?
In all honesty, I didn't expect that kind of a discourse.
We didn't actually know he was coming. I'm so sorry.
We're sorry about that. That wasn't expected.
But the starstruck, Nate, I'm so confused.
The story behind Scott Duncan is a very long one and a very sordid one. He's done a lot of things.
To the point of 54 agents attacking a man for claiming charter rights.
I'm really
armed
not
thugs.
big into the conspiracy stuff. I thought this was just about women and like.
Well, there's no conspiracy. It's in the It's in the news.
Dumb feminist hags.
Yeah, but well, okay, I agree. Out of line, 100%. At the end of the day, was he talking about you?
Right.
Do you feel like? Do you feel like he was talking? Like he? I don't feel like he's talking to me when he says that because I know I am not that.
Nah. We don't.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need to over-explain. He's a dick. Quite frankly, I'm probably the biggest rad femme in our group, and I hate men. But I can acknowledge what he's done in an objective way. And yeah, no, I should not have let him up. I did not expect him to fucking say that. The reason I said I was starstruck is because I know what he's done and I can acknowledge it while still think he's a cunt. So
Yeah, that wasn't appreciated at all. Again, I apologize for that disruption. Completely unexpected. I know that he's a social perturber, but did not expect that whatsoever. It makes me want to restrict our spaces to women only.
I don't know why No, I know why he did that. I know why.
Why do they all do that? So
it's Scott Duncan. I know why he did that. So again, apologies to all those who had to hear him. Very sorry. As I said before, it's a separate world. It's a separate kind of activism, and it's very complicated. Hi, Jess.
Hey, I just wanted to say, like, it was for me. It was the fact that I wanted him to answer if he was reposting that thing from James to support us or against us, and it was very clearly against us. James has said, "Well, fuck you, ladies," and that guy that was in here supports that, and that's what. When I looked at his profile, that's what I saw, and I was like, "Hey."
Scott Duncan is not a man that we work with. He's not a man we will ever work with. It's a very complicated, very long backstory.
I'm not a Puritan or purist or whatever you want to fucking call it, but I do hold very strong boundaries for women's safety. That's all.
Yes, and honestly, we're at a time now where that line has got to be drawn.
That man is not a reflection of us, I promise you.
No, I don't think so either.